Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Working our way to 22K subs, so keep up the good work. Check out all my betting links in the description below. Really good promos, especially with FanDuel. New customers bet 5, get 150 in bonus bets, so go ahead and take advantage of that in the description below, guys. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate to close out the weekend here. 15 matchups, starting with the Miami Marlins versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 200. The Marlins plus 160 with the over-under at 8.5. Marlins coming into this matchup 45 and 78. The Mets 64 and 59. Pitching for the Marlins is Valente Balazzo with an ERA of 2.28. Pitching for the Mets is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 4.43. Balazzo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Blackburn, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Miami on a 3-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Mets losses, losing 4-0 yesterday. Miami 1-4 on the road against the Mets. They've really struggled against the Mets here. Balazzo coming off 2 really good starts on the mound, giving up 0 runs. Blackburn coming off a 6-run game, but his 2 games prior only gave up 1 run in each game there. You got the Mets, nice little streak, look good this series. And yeah, the Marlins just been very bad head-to-head against the Mets, just 1-4 against them. Balazzo coming off good starts here, but with how they've struggled against the Mets here, I got to take the Mets at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 145. Boston plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Boston coming into this matchup 65 and 57. Baltimore 72 and 52. Pitching for Boston is Cutter Crawford with an ERA of 4.21. Pitching for Baltimore is Albert Suarez with an ERA of 3.39. Crawford, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. It's been rough for Crawford. He's given up 15 runs in his last 3 starts. Suarez on a 2-game back-to-back 0-run games for Suarez here. He's coming off some good starts. Boston back-to-back wins against Baltimore. They look good this series. Even though Boston struggled against Baltimore, I just do not like Crawford on the mound. I mean, he's just been getting lit up here. And I love Suarez today. I think big bounce back for Baltimore in this matchup. And we'll take the Orioles at home. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Seattle opening up as road favorites at minus 160. The Pirates plus 130 with the over-under at 8.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 63 and 61. Pirates 58 and 64. Pitching for Seattle is George Kirby with an ERA at 3.30. Pitching for the Pirates is Jake Woodford with an ERA at 5.87. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Woodford, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Seattle on a 5-game losing streak here. They have not played well this series, and really thought they would bounce back, but they're 0-6 on the road, playing horribly right now. Kirby hasn't been that great on the mound lately. I mean, he's given up 11 runs on his last 3 starts. Woodford coming off 2 very quality starts here. I just think I gotta take the Pirates plus 1.5 at home with the way Seattle's playing right now. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 180. Nationals plus 140 with the over-under at 9.5. Nationals coming into this matchup 55 and 69. The Phillies 73 and 50. Pitching for the Nationals is Jake Irvin with an ERA of 3.72. Pitching for the Phillies is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 5.68. Irvin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Walker, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Both pitchers giving up runs here, so there's really no advantage there. Washington on a 4-game losing streak, 3 straight losses against the Phillies. And they're just so bad against the Phillies. They're 0-6 against the Phillies, 0-8 on the road against the Phillies here. Just absolutely horrible. Both pitchers been giving up runs here, but gotta just believe that Walker can have a better game, and Nationals just cannot beat the Phillies here. I'm gonna have to roll Philadelphia at home. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Arizona opening up as road favorites at -130. The Rays +110 with the over-under at 7.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 69-55. The Rays 61-61. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA at 2.43. Pitching for the Rays is Drew Rasmussen with an ERA at 5.40. Kelly, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Rasmussen, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Arizona on a 2-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against Tampa Bay here. Haven't really played well this series. They are just 1-4 against Tampa, 1-4 on the road against Tampa here. So they've had their struggles against the Rays. Rasmussen, his last few games, his ERA doesn't really show what he's been doing. He's given up 3 runs in his last game, but 2 back-to-back 0-run games from him. Kelly's been solid here, but I think there's still good value with the Rays at home. Rasmussen hasn't been that bad his last 3 games. I'll take a shot with the Rays +1.5 at home today. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Cincinnati Reds. Royals opening up as slight road favorites at -115. The Reds -105 with the over-under at 9.5. Royals coming into this matchup 68-55. The Reds 60-63. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA at 3.32. Pitching for the Reds is Andrew Abbott with an ERA at 3.59. Singer, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 9 strikeouts. He's given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts here. Abbott's given up 9. Both pitchers given up their fair share of runs. The Royals back-to-back dominating wins against the Reds here, winning 13-1 and 7-1. Actually, the last 3 games in total, they've held their opponents to just 1 run. They're 8-1 on the road against the Reds here. Yeah, this is tough because both, not in love with both pitchers. Singer, it's been good this season, but this 3-game stretch he's on, been getting lit up. But haven't seen anything from the Cincinnati offense this series. I think I gotta lean with the Royals on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -360. The White Sox +280 with the over-under at 8. White Sox coming into this matchup 30-94. Houston 66-56. Pitching for the White Sox is Kai Busch with an ERA of 5.19. Pitching for the Astros is Framber Valdez with an ERA of 3.58. Busch, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Valdez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. The White Sox losing to the Houston yesterday 6-1. Nice bounce back from Houston after the disappointing loss from Houston 2 games prior. Busch, he's only pitched 2 games this season. Hasn't looked horrible. He's given up 2 and 3 runs here. Overall, though, Valdez been solid for them. I just expect Houston to bounce back again this series. They dominated them last game. I just kind of expect the same thing today, and I'm going to take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -120. Guardians +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Guardians coming into this matchup 72-51. Brewers 71-52. Pitching for the Guardians is Ben Lively with an ERA at 3.71. Pitching for the Brewers is Colin Rio with an ERA at 3.72. Lively, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 1 strikeout. Rhea, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Cleveland on a 2-game losing streak, losing to the Brewers yesterday 2-1 in a close one. Brewers playing well, 4-game winning streak right now. Cleveland just 1-7 against the Brewers, 2-7 on the road against the Brewers. They have not been very good head-to-head here. Rhea coming off a very bad game, but it was 2 games prior, only gave up 2 total runs here. This one's tough, and still think there's good value with Cleveland here. I know they haven't been good on the road. They got the cover yesterday, and been a relatively close series so far. I don't know. I think today's the day here. Give me Cleveland plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -120. The Cardinals plus 110 with the over-under at 8. Dodgers coming into this matchup 72-52. The Cardinals 61-62. Pitching for the Dodgers is Clayton Kershaw with an ERA at 3.50. Pitching for the Cardinals is Sonny Gray with an ERA at 3.93. Kershaw, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Dodgers coming off a St. Louis loss yesterday, 5-2. You look at the numbers; they're not amazing. They're 6-12 on the road against St. Louis, where they've had their struggles. Kershaw coming off 2 really good starts on the mound. Gray coming off that 6-run game. Had some rough games here. I just expect the bounce back from the Dodgers. St. Louis struggling to get 2 wins in a row here. I mean, that's been a bad stretch for the Cardinals here. I just think I got to take the Dodgers on the road in this one with a nice bounce back. Next matchup, we've got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at -190. Toronto plus 150 with the over-under at 8. Toronto coming into this matchup 57-66. The Cubs 61-63. Pitching for Toronto is Bowden Francis with an ERA at 4.92. Pitching for the Cubs is Shota Imanaga with an ERA at 3.16. Francis, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Imanaga, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Toronto on a 2-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back losses against the Cubs here. Cubs played well in this series so far. Toronto, they're just 1-5 against the Cubs, 0-6 on the road against the Cubs here. They've been very bad against the Cubs, especially on the road there. Francis hasn't been that bad here lately. Imanaga, he's been good. Hopefully, you want him to get the runs down a little bit more. But, with how dominant they've been against Toronto, I got to take the Cubs at home in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Minnesota Twins versus the Texas Rangers. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 70-53. The Rangers 56-68. Pitching for the Twins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 4.67. Pitching for the Rangers is Tyler Mahle with an ERA of 2.79. Lopez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Mahle, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Minnesota on a 3-game winning streak, coming off 3 straight Rangers wins. They've looked good in this series so far. 6-1 on the road against the Rangers. 5-1 straight up against the Rangers, where they've been pretty dominant here. Mahle coming off 2 good starts. I mean, he's only pitched twice this season, giving up 3 total runs. Lopez, he's been decent. He gives up about 2 runs. In a pick'em scenario, I'm going to just take the hot team. The team playing better, the team better head-to-head. You got the Rangers struggling, 2-8 in their last 10. I'll take the Twins on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Colorado Rockies. Padres opening up as road favorites at -190. The Rockies plus 140 with the over-under at 11. Padres coming into this matchup 70 and 54. The Rockies 45 and 79. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA of 5.03. Pitching for the Rockies is Bradley Blaylock with an ERA of 4.05. Musgrove, his last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 0 runs. Had 1 strikeout. He's only given up 1 run in 3 starts here. So he's been very good here. Blaylock's only pitched once this season. He pitched 5 innings. Gave up 3 runs. Had 4 strikeouts. Padres beating the Rockies yesterday 8-3. They're still playing great. Rockies still struggling. 3-7 in their last 10. Padres 8-2 against the National League. 13-3 on the road where they've been dominant here. Love Musgrove on the mound. He's been looking great lately. I'll take the Padres on the road. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Los Angeles Angels. Braves opening up as road favorites at -160. Angels +130 with the over-under at 9. Braves coming into this matchup 65 and 58. Angels 53 and 70. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 4.48. Pitching for the Angels is Jack Okonowitz with an ERA of 7.98. Morton, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs. Had 8 strikeouts. Okonowitz, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 2 runs. Had 2 strikeouts. Atlanta coming off a Angels win yesterday, 11-3. Nice dominating win for them with Sale on the mound. Yeah, don't love Kokonowitz on the mound. I mean, he's had a rough season here and given up 13 runs in 3 starts. Morton had that 8-run game here, giving up 10 runs in 3 starts, but 2 of his last 3 he's only given up 2 here, so that was just a bad game. Don't love Kokonowitz on the mound. Big win yesterday from the Braves. I think they rebound again today as well. I'll take the Braves on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Oakland Athletics. Giants opening up as road favorites at -160. Oakland +130 with the over-under at 7. Giants coming into this matchup 62 and 63. Oakland 53 and 70. Pitching for the Giants is Blake Snell with an ERA at 3.91. Pitching for Oakland is JP Sears with an ERA at 4.32. Snell, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 0 runs. Had 11 strikeouts. 2 of his last 3 games, he's given up 0 runs. Sears, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 3 runs. Had 4 strikeouts. The Giants losing to Oakland yesterday 2-0. Disappointing game from the Giants there. Just could get nothing going offensively. Oakland playing well right now. 7-3 in their last 10. Giants on a bad stretch. 1-5 in their last 6 right now. They're 1-4 against Oakland. Have not played well against Oakland here. Sears coming off some pretty good starts. Hasn't been that bad. I'm liking the plus money with Oakland at home, where the Giants have struggled. Give me Oakland +1.5 here. In the last matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at -120. The Yankees +100 with the over-under at 8. Yankees coming into this matchup 73 and 51. Detroit 60 and 64. Pitching for the Yankees is Marcus Stroman with an ERA of 4.08. Pitching for Detroit is Tariq Skubal with an ERA of 2.53. Stroman, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 1 run. Had 1 strikeout. Skubal, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 1 run. Had 9 strikeouts. Yankees getting shut out by Detroit yesterday 4-0 after shutting them out the game prior. Yankees 8-2 on the road where they've been very good. They're 12-3 against Detroit. Disappointing game yesterday from the Yankees. From what I've seen just from the MLB, you get a good team that gets shut out, they usually rebound the next day. I've seen that all season at a pretty high rate, and I expect a big bounce back today. Stroman, you hope for better games for Stroman. He's had some bad games here, but you hope he plays like he did the last game and gave up 1 run. But I think they're great dogs today. Give me the Yankees +1.5 on the road. that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.